Namaste, friends. I've missed you. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, and I'm going to do a reading today. I know I still owe a video on some twin flame talks. I will get to that hopefully this weekend, but I've been having some holiday fun and dealing with all that karma clearing because every light worker I know has had a huge explosion of drama. So after that big solar flare and all of the planet shifts and everything, I just was exhausted. And I think we talked about that. We've had the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. However, that was like the turning a page. This has been a remarkable time, and we are shifting into the manifestation of our transformation. I have to write that down. I don't have my pencil. Yes, I do. The manifestation of our transformation. That's where we are. Good. And so I saw the Tower card in the pre-shuffle, and that to me is whatever is no longer serving you is crumbling in the physical. I feel like over the past 3 years we've been going through this energetically, but now it's a great clearing. And I just saw something where it said I was tearing down an old house in order to build a palace. And I just wanted to see who would bring a hammer. That kind of sums up the energy here. Because as you're tearing down these old structures, these old paradigms, these old belief systems, these old ways, the old you, the old version of you, and all that was associated with it that no longer serves the new version of you, you're tearing that down to build a palace. And as you informed people, hey, I'm going to be tearing down this old house, kind of, leading that maybe you'd like to come help, you found out who's going to bring the hammer and help. Those are the people you invite into your palace. So enough with that. Let's go ahead and pull a card from the Divine Abundance, and then we'll pull a few tarot cards. Actually, they're saying 2 cards. That's what feels right. Surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as though you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole universe. Oh, surrender and detachment. Okay, we definitely have a theme. These are so close in energy. You have to detach to surrender. So if you are attached to something that is lingering and holding you back and is not going to come into your palace, then it's time to detach. And then just surrender that, maybe if, in the future, there'll be a guest. But right now, their energy just doesn't align with your new palace. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. I'm going to use the Totally Zenned Out Journey. There's 2 references to birds here, so that may be relevant to somebody. Knight of Swords. There's clarity, and it may be instant. You may just have a situation where you just like, this just isn't the energy I can associate with anymore. Page of Swords, lots of swords. Don't overthink it. You can't outthink the energy. And then the King of Wands. Okay, finally some wands. Okay, so swords are thoughts. There are, how we are trying to process. It's, discernment. How are we going to discern what feels right to us? follow the energy. You'll know immediately, especially if you've done any kind of connecting with your higher self and your inner self. You'll just know immediately when something just doesn't fit with you anymore. And that's okay. That's okay. It means you've grown. You've outgrown your pot. So, or your planter. Let's make it more appropriate. You've outgrown your planter. And so you need a bigger space. And that bigger space is going to envelop a new circle, a new group. But we have the Page of Swords. There are people who are watching you. If you have bad energy on your social media, if there is somebody that you have negative energy with, please just unfriend them or, unsubscribe or whatever for your social media. Because whatever is influencing your social media, when you're scrolling, you're absorbing. So if you're absorbing their energy through your social media, it's not in alignment. So keep that in mind. And then we have this King of Wands. This is about taking the appropriate actions aligned with what it is you now have discerned. And making sure that your alignment is, there's the Two of Swords and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is like water sign, so you can have a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you're dealing with. But this is like a pause. This could be like just a stop. I'm hearing full stop. Full stop. But it's then to maybe flip a situation and see it from a different perspective. And if it still doesn't resonate, then that's how you discern. But these lower vibration situations are creating a blockage, this Two of Swords. It's number one, there's without the Hanged Man and seeing things from a different perspective or giving yourself a different type of analysis of the situation, the Two of Swords is just going to continue to block. The Two of Swords means you come to a crossroads in your thoughts and you can't really bridge to the next stage. You can't really make a decision. It's kind of like similar to the Two of Pentacles, where you're just you're struggling and juggling and vacillating, but that's more, not knowing what to do in the physical manifestation. But it begins with the thought. Everything begins with your thoughts. And it feels like you're really struggling with your thoughts. So don't get caught up in that. Let's see if anything else. A lot of swords. There's a lot of air energy here. A lot of air energy. So check your placements of your planets and see what placements your air energy. If you're an air sign, where is your I'm really getting the kind of the sun sign. Where, what is your sun sign? Here's the Six of Pentacles. This is balance. This is a even flow of energy. So you have to be in that flow where energy, your thoughts are then creating your feelings, and then that flows into your actions, which then comes back to you as energy, and you create that flow. You need to be in that flow. But if you're stuck in your thoughts, if you're stressed about your thoughts, if you're rehashing, trying to outthink, just trying to, you're really getting yourself into somewhat of a turmoil with your thoughts, that is not allowing you to really go to the next level, which is going to be your feelings. And then get into your feelings, the heart-brain coherence. I talk about it all the time. That is truly what we are talking about with union. That is when you manifest. So then you act, and then whatever you are in coherence and alignment with, you manifest. And then it comes back to you, and then it creates that flow. So you have to be in that flow of energy. That's the Six of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Time to make that decision. You put enough thought into it. Now go with your gut. Follow your intuition. You're trying to outthink the energy because your intuition is telling you that whatever you're struggling with is not right for you. It's just a hard thing to act upon. Okay, let's check the bottom of the deck. Nine of Pentacles. This may be somebody who is like having to sever some ties, become a little bit more independent, maybe having to sever some family ties or a relationship or a job. And it's kind of part of your next step in the growth is to become more self-reliant. All right, let's get on with, I'm going to, look, let's see where they went. Right there. I've cut the deck to the Tower card again. So that is significant about this deconstruction. You're going to have to allow this process to happen. There is somewhat like, I don't want that, you know, that I don't think that's what I really want, but it might be what's in your best interest. So you're going to have to detach and surrender and see what happens. So detach, surrender, and see what happens. I'll write that one down too. So saw the Tower card twice. That's scorpionic energy. Told you there's some water sign. It's ruled by Mars, which can be very assertive and angry. You don't have to be assertive. You can have a rational conversation. That's kind of what I experienced this week. I got very upset about a situation, and instead of, you know, popping off at somebody, I took the time, because remember, I didn't want to create more karma. But the discussion needed to occur. And so I said, you know what? I need to get to a point where I'm not thinking with my ego, and I'm not, you know, I need to be very centered and balanced when I have this conversation. So I gave myself a day or two. And then when I was ready, I had a conversation, and it was very productive. I was able to just rationally and cogently express how I feel and how I see things from my perspective, and gave clarity to why I got upset about the situation, and was able to really take away some of the frustration that I had been feeling for years. But I realized that that conversation was not going to be able to be productive until now. So I just had to trust divine timing, and I did, and it turned out wonderfully. So again, try to, if there are things that need to be resolved, anything that's left open-ended that you feel like you really need to bring closure to, do it before the end of the year. But give yourself that balanced energy and have a cogent argument or perspective. You may have to write it down, just talking points, so that you don't get caught up. And then just have the conversation, let it flow naturally. Don't be angry. Don't be hurt. Just say, I really want to express how I feel. And it brought a lot of things to light, which brought peace in, because there is no peace without justice. And normally, if you're upset about something, it's because you feel that it's not just. And so you're not at peace with it. But you're going to have to bring peace to it when you have a conversation to illuminate why it's not just. And see if that other person is ready to rectify that, to bring justice. Because once you have justice, you have peace. Queen of Wands. So we got the King of Wands and Queen of Wands. Got fire signs, water signs, air signs. We do have some pentacles here, but a lot of court cards with the air signs and fire signs. Okay, Two of Swords again with the Judgment, which is a 2 card. Judgment is fire energy. With this Queen of Wands, King of Wands, this could be a dynamic couple. But just as I was saying, this is like emotional turbulence. This is just, it's not the Justice card, but it's the karma. The karma equalizes the justice. The karma is the justice. Let's see what else. And this is us manifesting. The manifesting the transformation. This is us manifesting the transformation. So at this point, I just would like to ask that you subscribe to my channel to help my channel grow so the algorithm picks up on it. If you like my video, then it gets recommended to other people, and I really struggle with that. So I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can do lives with you guys. But I can't do lives until I get 1,000. So if you could possibly subscribe, that would be great, because I would love to have some wine night lives where we can do a live video with wine and I can answer questions and pull readings in real time for you. Three of Wands. Yeah, this is the waiting for that manifestation, the transformation to come in, the one that we've manifested. But whatever is lingering, and that's going to happen in 2024. I feel like the beginning of 2024 is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's going to be bumpy in some areas, but I think that you can detach from that. And so it's going to be a really positive beginning of the year. However, some things need to be detached from before then. So if you need to bring closure or resolution, now is the time to do it. This is the season of goodwill with all these holidays. You take the time to have conversation, but have a rational, very tempered conversation. Two of Wands. Yeah, we are definitely manifesting our new future here. It's like we're building our new mansion. Energetically, we are building a new mansion. But now we see who's bringing the hammer to demolish the old ones in a helpful way. Okay, Page of Cups. There's something that has been lingering. Maybe somebody's going to extend somewhat of an offer to you, like, hey, I just wanted to, maybe they send a holiday card, or maybe they text you and wish you a holiday greeting. And that's this little kind of message that's going to open the door for this conversation. Okay, let's get messages from your guides, and then we'll wind this up. I did pre-shuffle multiple times, but I always like to shuffle for you. Okay, so also, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Boxing Day, whatever holiday you celebrate. This is forgiving yourself. That's really important. That's a part of this process, because usually if there's turbulence in the relationship, it's because of two people or more. It's usually not one-sided, because one person does something, triggers the other, they react, and that creates kind of a negative feedback loop. So forgive yourself. You reacted. You don't do that anymore. It's like with my situation, there was an apology. Hey, I'm sorry. Sorry I made you angry. And I said, I don't get angry anymore. I realized that, this just means that we either need to have a conversation about what I'm frustrated with, or we need to, explain a little bit more how I'm perceiving things. So keep that in mind. Lead by example. And that's really important here too, both on the lead by forgiving yourself, but also lead by showing others how you can have peaceful resolutions, or at least a peaceful detachment. Doesn't have to be angry. You can simply say, it's just not something I feel good about anymore. I wish you well. Hey, good luck. Hope to see you sometime in the future. But right now, I just don't think our energies are compatible. You know, I just don't think our energies are compatible. That's not hostile. That's not ugly. That's not rude. That's just truth. One more thing. Make each day count, especially this time of year. Do something kind for yourself. Do something supportive to yourself. You know, maybe a glass of wine, candlelight, soft music, just to take a step back, take a deep breath, and let yourself process all of this. You're trying to overthink it. Just allow the flow. And if you have to detach and surrender, it's for your highest and greatest good. All right, that's my reading for you today. I hope it helps. Again, please subscribe or like this video. Anything that you would do to help my channel grow, I am so grateful for. This is Christmas Eve for those who celebrate Christmas, so I'm going to wish a Merry Christmas to you all. I will touch base with you tomorrow for a little Merry Christmas message, but until then, I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.